Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky Widmer here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to bring you our NFL power rankings for this week. And I'll be honest, I'm going to throw him under the bus a little bit because he's a rookie, but sat here for a little bit. Sean Anderson was like, hey man, I want to try it out. I want to try doing the power rankings. I said, hey, you know what, Sean? Fine, we'll give it to you. Sean just couldn't cut it this week. We'll get it to him next week. Hey, I threw Sean under the bus. I got to throw Brandon under the bus, too, because Brandon wasn't that good his first time. Me and Mark weren't that great our first time. Sean, obviously, a little bit nervous for you guys, so let him know in the comment section that he's doing a good job. You want to see him next week. But the reason why I bring Sean up, more importantly, is because we've added a new ranker into our power rankings. Sean saying, hey, you know what, guys? I want to put my word into it. Gave me his rankings this week. So now, instead of just me and Mark, these rankings are now mine, Mark, and Sean's all put together. Took away a few of the ties. We had 6 ties. Between me and Sean, we had 6 ties, 2 of them being 3-way ties. Now we only have 2 ties, one of which being a 3-way tie. So having the third person really helps. Let's start from the bottom. At number 32, we have the Cleveland Browns, the Factory of Sadness. Number 31, Marcus Mariota's Tennessee Titans. At number 30, actually the Titans are tied for 30 with this team, the Dallas Cowboys. That's all I'm going to say on them. The Philadelphia Eagles at 29, and then the San Francisco 49ers at 28. And this is just the bottom feeders. It's like Sean said to me in a text this week, hey, 22 through 32 on my rankings are just shit teams, aren't going to do anything. Doesn't matter where you put them. And I mean, the Browns, if you want to know what the Factory of Sadness is, watch that Monday night game. Well, watch the end of the Monday. Well, no, watch the complete one because the Josh McCown injury gets factored into it. And then the ending is just the kiss of death, the little cherry on top of the Factory of Sadness fudge Sunday. Let's move on, though. 27 through 32, we've got the Saints coming in at 27. The Rams at 26, the Chargers at 25, Dolphins and Ravens tied for 23. The Ravens moving up, only 3 spots with their wins. You beat the Browns. Let's pump the brakes a little bit, Matt Schaub. Let's pump the brakes. The Dolphins need something to go right. They haven't looked good since they basically got dismantled by the Patriots, the red, white, and blue machine, the one-loss red, white, and blue machine. Patriots. Chargers get a win, but they still aren't that good. Probably going to go to L.A. The Rams, they got to figure something out at quarterback. I mean, at this point, fans are probably saying, bring back Sam Bradford. We're happy with him. And then the Saints, there's a reason why I'm getting tweets saying, hey, will the Saints fire Sean Payton? It's because they're not doing good. But moving on, number 22, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then tied for 19, the Giants, Falcons, and Bucks. And the reason we had a 3-way tie here is Bucks lose to the Colts. You have the Giants almost getting shut out by my Kirk Cousins, the corn-fed All-American Kirk Cousins, and the Washington Redskins. The Falcons haven't looked good since they went 6-0. They haven't won a game, I believe, since going 6-0. And this is just a group of 3 where it's like, who do you want? Who do you want to put where? The way I organized them here is Giants are last. They almost got shut out. Falcons are in the middle because they haven't won a game since going 6-0. And the Bucks are just the best out of this polished turd. I got to really talk about this Jacksonville team, though, because this is a team I mentioned on the podcast for the Onside Kick this week, saying they could make a push, not this season, but in future seasons. They're a team that really scares me, especially if Blake Bortles continues to obviously improve. His sophomore campaign has been a lot better since his rookie campaign, and we saw some flashes this week against the San Diego Chargers. Then before we get into 5-5-5 from 15 to 1, we've got one group of 3. We've got the Detroit Lions, the Oakland Raiders, and the Washington Redskins. Kirk Cousins looks like he's leading a team to the division. However, it's the NFC least, so I mean, there's nothing to be excited for there. The Raiders could make a push. Is Derek Carr the guy? And when I say that, Is he the guy to bring them to the playoffs, not the franchise quarterback question? Because we already know he's the franchise quarterback. Amari Cooper helping him out. Crabtree on the other side. And then the Lions looking like an actual team since they cleared house. They just fired someone else. They're firing people left and right. However, they're getting wins. And this week on Thursday night, go for a big win, a 2-for win over the Green Bay Fudge Packers. Then from 15 to 11, we've got the Buffalo Bills, the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets, Houston Texans, and the Green Bay Packers. And I kind of say Giants there because we're used to seeing the Giants over the Jets. But, yeah, the Jets are the better team of New York. However, both those teams get to decide that this week in the Meadowlands. The Texans looking like a better team. Could they win the division? A very easily winnable division for them now since Andrew Luck has been injured. The Packers, here's the way it had it. Mark had the Packers higher, Bears lower. I had the Bears one slot ahead of the Packers. Sean had the Packers one slot ahead of the Bears. So, Bear fans, I'm the one giving you the most. The guy wearing the purple is giving you more credit for beating the Packers than the Bears fans. I just want to throw that out there. And then the Bills losing to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a good team, though, now. And the Packers, we all know what happened. Packer fans, you can stop staring at your TV. You lost. Face it, you'll probably lose another one to the Lions this week. And then the top 10. At number 10, Matt Hasselbeck. I'm going to get the ball and I'm going to score. Colts are at number 10. Number 9, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I almost said Seattle Seahawks because they're at number 8. The Kansas City Chiefs at 7. And then take your 84 jerseys out. The Vikings are at number 6 on our rankings. And Vikings, here's the thing, and I'm going to level with you guys, obviously, because I'm a Vikings fan. You can tell it by the jersey I have on. We've got to win, good win over the Falcons, but we got to win one of these next two against the Seahawks or the Cardinals because I'm honestly scared if we're going to win the division. Because right now, we kind of hold our own future in our hands. We win out, we're division winners. Probably not going to happen. We lose one game, that Green Bay game at the end is for the North. If we lose and the Packers stay tied with us, same situation. I'm really scared because I don't think we can beat the Packers. The Seahawks this week are going to be a good test. They went out and beat the Steelers. It was a great game. I only caught the ending of it, but man, Doug Baldwin. Good thing I had him on my fantasy league in the Rafi League this week. And let's get to the final 5. At number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals getting a great win. I'm going to say a great win over the Rams. The reason being, I know the Rams don't have a quarterback. However, the Bengals needed this after 2 weeks. 2 weeks of primetime games that were, to say the best. They get a nice win. Hopefully they can get back on track and carry some momentum into a land where Bengals don't play well, and that's the playoffs. At number 4, we've got the team that beat them on Sunday night 2 weeks ago, the Arizona Cardinals, getting a win? I saw 19-13, and I was like, really? You almost gave the 49ers another win? They're only supposed to have one win, Arizona. You can't be giving them wins willy-nilly like that. However, they got the win. They moved back a spot in our rankings. And that's because, number 3, the Broncos beat the Patriots. And I know what you're saying. How are the Broncos lower than the Patriots? Here's how it went down. Me and Mark had the Patriots number 2. They're going to just put them up there. It's going to be number 2. And we all know who number 1 is. I'll get to them in a second. But me and Mark had them at number 2. I had the Broncos at 3. Can't remember where Mark had them. Sean had Broncos at 2. Pats at 3. Pats at 3. Broncos at 2. Here's my belief and why I had the Packers, or the Patriots, a little bit higher. They're still a one-loss team. Broncos have 2 losses. Yeah, the Broncos beat the Patriots, but the Patriots are still a one-loss team. And they are arguably still the best team in the AFC. If you're telling me right now, if you're picking the Broncos with Brock the Cock-a-doodle-doo, you're picking the Bengals or the Patriots, who are you picking in the Super Bowl? I'll wait. That's right. You guys all said Patriots, let's be honest. And then number 1, the best team in all of football. They're undefeated. They're probably the only team that can beat them in the AFC is the Aviating Cardinals. That's Carolina Panthers. Undefeated. And what I've been saying in our videos up until this point about the Patriots, now I get to say it about the Panthers. As long as they win, they're going to hold that top spot up there. So, I mean, as long as they win, they will be number 1. If they lose, then the Patriots have a chance to go back to number 1. However, there may be some people in the rankings now that we have 3 want to put the Broncos at number 1. But that's going to do it for our power rankings this week. This is where you guys come in. Who's ranked too high? Who's ranked too low? How are the Cowboys not in last? Should the Patriots be ahead of the Broncos? Cardinals, how do they fall with a win? Any discrepancies you had, let us know down below in the comment section. Also, a bonus question. How many of you guys want to see Sean do the rankings next week? If we get enough comments, he's going to do another try and be back on MVP for you next week. But that's going to do it for our rankings. Make sure to check out our special video, our hashtag Quest for 500. We're almost there at 500 subs, guys. We've got some great rewards for you guys. So if you haven't hit that button, go ahead. It's right up there. Hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Twitter, Patreon, Facebook, everywhere. We got some cool rewards coming for you with the subs for the December contest. Check them out. Maybe win that Madden, NHL, FIFA, whatever game, sports game you want for when we get to 500. But as always, have a good day, everybody.